What are you willing to sacrifice in order to achieve the success that you want to have? Because the greater the success that you want, the more you'll have to sacrifice, the more that you'll have to give in exchange for that success. Just think about it. The more time freedom, the more financial freedom that you have, the more you have to work, the longer you'll have to work, and the longer you'll have to wait, the more risks you'll have to take. Oh, that was a banger bar. But the point stands, right? The greater the ask, the greater the success, the greater the sacrifice. And this is really top of mind because today I had a meeting with my nutritionist for my online coaching business. And she told me, she basically asked me, Peter, are you still all into this business? And I couldn't give her a straight answer. I couldn't look her in the face. It just broke my heart because the truth of the matter is I'm no longer all into the business because I want to pursue options trading like all the way, right? And it's like, if I really want to become successful in anything, in any area, if it's online coaching, if it's options, if it's my podcast, whatever it may be, I know that I'm going to have to put my all into that one thing, one of those things. I can't do all of them. If I put my energy, okay, think about your energy like a ball, okay? It's a very limited ball, like this orb, this essence, okay? And the more things that you have going on, right? Family, friends, school, work, that side hustle, another side hustle, relationship problems, serving people, whatever it may be, the more of those things that you have around this essence or orb, the smaller this thing will be, right? Because it's going to be so diluted. This orb is going to go all around, to all those different things. But now imagine if you only had a few things. For example, family, friends, basically relationships, right? Your relationships, your health, your that one income vehicle. And I don't know, maybe service, whatever it may be. But the lesser amount of things that you have right here, the more energy you can give to each of these. It's not going to be as diluted. There's a beautiful saying, and I love saying this quote. If you chase two rabbits, you'll catch none. And it's just like, be really mindful of how you give your energy. And so it just sucks because I want to do so many things. I genuinely do. I want to become a successful options trader, make a bank ton of money, right? I want to do online coaching in order to help people, although I'm not really passionate about it anymore, but I want to help Alma. I want to help my nutritionist and fulfill the promise that I made to her, all right? I want to have my own podcast that helps young men. I want to have my own community that helps young men. I want to have, this continue. I want to create vlogs of my day, on my journey to becoming a millionaire. I want to have those things. I want to have, I want to, be able to spend time with my family. I want to be able to spend time with my friends, go out and travel, do all these cool things. I want to be able to, play sports every day, watch movies. I want so many things, but I can't have it all. You can't have it all. And so that's what I'm saying, right? The greater the success that you want in any particular field, in any particular thing, right? The more you'll have to sacrifice. So imagine again, this orb is your energy. It's your focus. It's your life force. The more things you have around it, right? The more priorities or the more obligations that you have surrounding this thing, the more of that essence is going to be sapped away. And so you just want to condense it to a few things, a few tight-knit things, just keeping it together. Right? That way you won't feel burnt out. That way you'll actually be able to give something your all and be able to see success in those few things that you chose. And so I listed a few things that, I have a lot going on. I made a list today of all the things on my schedule. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm definitely not going to go anywhere if I keep this up, right? Because, for example, I have I have to drive the clients. I have to train the clients. Thankfully, that's going to be out of the picture. So I'm going to save 20 hours. Woo, hallelujah, right? But that's going to be gone. But okay, that aside, I have school. I have school work. I have friends. I have commuting to and from school. I have eating. I have eating out, which I need to cut completely, right? I have going to the gym. I have showering, all the miscellaneous stuff. I have options trading. I also have online coaching to service the clients and talk with my team members, to have meetings and whatnot. I also have just commuting to my home and spending time with my family. And I also have, doom scrolling, although I don't really do that anymore. I do that sometimes. Sometimes I go on my laptop, type in Instagram, or maybe watch some YouTube videos. Oh, also reading. I like to read a lot. What else? I think I already said hang out with friends and family. But that's a lot of stuff. Also church. But the fact that I named that many, it's like, oof, do you really think you're going to be successful with that amount of things pulling you in like a million different directions? Do you really think you can become successful that way? Oh, I also forgot like my podcast I want to have, my community, my mentorship program that I want to start. Like, can I really become successful in anything if I have that many things going on? And the brutal, honest answer is an astounding no. Can I get good at it? Sure. Over time? Probably. But, the more things I add on my plate, the more things I have going on, the longer it will take to see success in anything, and the less success I will see in everything. But I don't know. This is just really top of mind for me because I'm faced with a really tough decision. It's like, do I just cut off online coaching completely and just, tell my nutritionist the truth because she was begging for the truth? And honestly, that's the right thing to do. If I wanted to wait it out, like maybe a week or two to see how I feel, but I think the right thing to do is just to tell her, like, hey, Alma, to be honest, like, I had a good run with you. We changed a lot of lives. We made a decent amount of money, but unfortunately, I just don't have that vision anymore. Like it's not something that I see myself doing anymore. And so let's just, service these clients and that's okay. I've had so many difficult conversations in this past month. And I think this is just another one that I have to have. So, man, I think that's one of the most difficult things about life. It's having those tough conversations that you just don't want to have, but you ultimately have to have if you want to achieve the success that you want to achieve. Especially conversations with yourself, like truly asking yourself, like, what do you want? And how do you get there? And what do you have to sacrifice to get there? All right, and what do you value? Those are all big questions. But other than that, it's just a lot on my mind. But I think I have to make a decision. Like, and my client said, he was like, make decisions fast. Don't think. Just make decisions. Same with my professor Napoli. Make decisions. Right. The more you wait and think, the more time you lose, and time is of the essence. Like, you just gotta make a decision and stick to it. See it through. Don't get paralysis by analysis, something like that, right? Make a decision. So I'm saying that to you, but it's really for me. So I'm gonna give it a week. Let's see how it goes. But I'm just gonna tell Alma, by the way, like, I'm gonna be honest, we're just gonna serve these 4 clients until we write it out. And feel free to stay, and you'll just be compensated for these clients that are here. But I can't guarantee you anything else besides that. I'm sorry. And that's just the truth of it. That's just the truth of it. And that way I can focus my all into options. And also just doing podcast stuff. I really want to get that started, especially with the network that I have at USC. Oh, I forgot to mention all the clubs that I have at USC too. I have Maya. I want to join Reach next semester at USC, which is like a social media organization. Although I really need to ask myself, how is that going to help me besides connections? Because like this, I like this because it's not necessarily low maintenance, but it's something that I can stay consistent to, right? So if I were to join that organization, it's like, how much time will I have to give up? So these are all questions that I'm wrestling. I have to find what the most important thing is, and then ultimately have to make a tough decision to cut almost everything out. But with that being said, it's the PLOG V1.108. I'm tired. I was already feeling tired at like 7 p.m. It's like almost 10. So just a lot of thoughts, to be honest. But we're gonna make it through. And I want to make a decision. And honestly, the harder it is, this is a gem. the harder it is for you to say no and to sacrifice something, the more you know you need to do it. The more you know you need to do it. It's always those juicy ones, those juicy no's that you just have to say no to. But with that being said, this is PLOG V1.108. Remember to be better daily. I will be better tomorrow by just getting a shit ton of work done for my options trading. And a lot of back tests, learning how to back test properly. With that being said, I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Peace out. Oh, one more thing. Shout out to Professor Napoli. My Professor Napoli, he changed my life. He is the one that looked at helped me see my situation at my current job that I put in my 2 weeks for objectively. He helped me to see the situation objectively and ultimately leave that job. And that has just sprung forth so many different doors of opportunity that I would not have had if my professor hadn't given me that push, if my professor hadn't given me the lens to see clearly. And then he's also the one that told me to ask for help when it came to my credit card debt, which I will be forever grateful for as well. And so he's just a go. And today, I sent him a message yesterday saying thank you for his advice and for meeting with me. And he sent a really kind paragraph saying that I was a diamond in the rough and that he was there to polish me and make me beautiful or something. I forgot, but to polish me and just make me awesome. So I appreciate the homie. But with that being said, I know that you are a diamond too in the rough, and all you need to do is to become stronger and get polished by the lessons and challenges that life throws at you. So my challenge for you: find something juicy to say no to and to sacrifice in order to achieve your goals. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.